Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Lance. And it's caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Kamara trying again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the tight end goes in motion left. First down, Hal to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here we go. 33, yellow. 22, next time. Go.
Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. The pass caught by Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. Here we go.
Inside give to Davis. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Lance. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. There he goes, right side. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
An explosive 38-yard pickup. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, Lance. On the move. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll go play action. Howell. They'll roll him out right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Howell. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Forced out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Lance. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 26 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Final minute now of the third quarter. The tight end in motion right. They'll go again with Gibson. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. Check 50, check 50.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check 52. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill, kill, kill. Check, 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 check.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Gibson again. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Lance. They'll get this out to Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset, and they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Powell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Howell. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle to Davis. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell. And Dotson, he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, Howell. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's try.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind